Do you know what time of year it is?
July-ish, I think. To be honest, months seem to kind of run together ever since the pandemic, coupled with the fact that it's basically just ungodly hot all year round now.
That is just because of Joe Biden's weather machine.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's just about time for mandatory training camps in the NFL to begin. So today, I'd like to talk about the upcoming Miami Sunfish's 2025 season and what we can expect to see.
Well, first of all, as a Dolphins fan for 3 decades, I can already tell you exactly what I expect to see. And it involves having 8 or 9 wins at the end of the year and needing like 8 teams to lose, just so we can get the shit kicked out of us in the wild card. But more importantly, are we basically just a football show now? Didn't we used to talk about culture and politics and things that affected the entire world?
Well, yes, but those things are boring. We will open the show with a review of the most important position on the gridiron and a player involved in one of the craziest headlines of the offseason. Punter Jake Bailey, who will inevitably become our most valuable asset on offense once a butterfly lands on Tua's helmet too aggressively, returns for his 3rd season in Miami. He is also a recently married man, selecting a wife whose first name is Bailey, so she is now Bailey Bailey. Bailey is also the name of our producer's cat, which we do not think can be a coincidence.
Wait, are you even sure she legally changed her name? A lot of women keep their maiden names these days.
Well, yes, since he went to a Christian high school, I assume that he knows how to keep his women in line, like Harrison Butker.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Next up, we have our quarterbacks, which will be headlined by Tua for about 10 games total before he strategically gets concussed right before a series of winnable games, which we will ultimately lose by a field goal or 2, and then have 4 or 5 avoidable losses racked up by the time he comes back. Our backup situation has actually improved this year, as instead of Skylar Thompson and whatever random guy they found wandering around the parking lot earlier that afternoon, our new insurance policies are now either a rejected finance bro or a guy who looked like a redneck Draco Malfoy in high school.
Fair points, I guess. I'm actually a bit of a Tua defender. I had to live through decades of Cleo Lemons and Jay Fiedlers before finally landing a competent quarterback. So I'm trying to stay positive.
And I am trying to stay positive that Donald Trump will release the Epstein files, but we can't always get what we want, and that's okay. Both of our star receivers return, including Jalen Waddle, who is simply adorable, and Tyreek Hill, who has generously decided to take a break from his goal of replacing all humans on Earth with his progeny in order to play great for us until Tua gets hurt, and he decides to stop trying and post more cryptic tweets. We also have Malik Washington, who would probably already be a Pro Bowl wide receiver if he was on the Chiefs.
Well, that's not fair. Don't forget that we have some other good young talent at receiver.
Ah, yes. With the exception of Nick Westbrook and his occasional competence, how could I forget about the combined 22 career receptions the rest of our wide receiving core has? Silly me.
Did you just make that stat up?
Anyway, our running backs will be led by Devin Achane, who does not know how to pronounce his own last name correctly and is overdue for a season-ending ACL tear. When that inevitably happens, we'll be relying on the untapped potential of Jalen Wright and a rookiewish.com version of Derrick Henry.
Why do I feel like you just jinxed us?
Because as Dolphins fans, our entire existence is basically just a big jinx, just like our new tight end, who came out of retirement after his rap career shockingly failed to take off. Julian Hill is also somehow still here to drop crucial passes and ensure that half of our touchdowns get called back by penalty.
How in the hell is Julian Hill even still on the team? I hold my breath whenever he's on the field.
Because God is real and he hates the Dolphins.
Well, that makes sense.
As further proof of this, our offensive line somehow got even worse than it was last year with the departure of Terron Armstead, who was actually pretty good when he played once in a while. Though we did add a rookie who kind of looks like Tua if he enjoyed Golden Corral for every meal. So, we'll see what happens. At least Liam Eichenberg is back to show occasional flashes of competence between 3 and outs.
I'll get the MacGruber movies ready.
Our defensive line and linebacking core are basically Schrodinger's defense. Chop Robinson is very good, so he'll probably perish in an unfortunate alligator hunting accident by mid-season, and Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb are only healthy enough to play about as often as our alcoholic producer decides to skip happy hour. Luckily, we still have Zach Sealer, who gets bonus points from the fanbase for being white, and 2 promising rookies who will be on the Bills or Steelers within 3 years. As far as our cornerbacks go, the front office has made the strange decision to go into the season without having any on the roster.
What are you talking about? We have Cam Smith, Ethan Bonner, Storm Duck, and Kader Kohu has really come a long way.
As I accurately stated before, we have no cornerbacks on the roster after trading Jalen Ramsey away for safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, who was already our sloppy seconds. Like they always say, once you go gold and black, you either go absolutely insane or get sent back.
You know, I'm actually kind of excited for Minkah to come back. I mean, Jalen Ramsey wasn't going to play for us anyway, and we needed someone to replace Javon Holland at safety, so I'm all for it.
I'm sure that the opposing offensive coordinators in the AFC East are all for it too, so I'm happy for you guys. At kicker, Jason Sanders returns to miss crucial extra points in the same game where he makes 55-yard field goals. Rumors are that we reached out to Justin Tucker, but the Browns already called dibs.
Excuse me, where the hell have you heard those rumors?
Right here. From myself, obviously.
Of course. Obviously.
For the 4th year in a row, we will be coached by former Geek Squad employee Mike McDaniel. McDaniel is a brilliant offensive mind as long as none of his players are injured, and the team we're playing against is bad, and the weather is nice. He also has mastered the art of simultaneously looking like he just got out of the shower, but also desperately needs one.
I know the last time we won a playoff game, the Twin Towers were still standing. I genuinely believe that Mike McDaniel probably has to win one this year to save his job.
Well then, for his sake, I hope that his LinkedIn page is up to date.
Jesus.
We hope that you have enjoyed our first annual preview of the upcoming Miami Dolphins season. If you have, please take a moment to like, subscribe, or send us money so we can keep making these without having to stand in the unemployment line with future Mike McDaniel. Either one works. We will be in attendance at 2 Dolphins games this year, October 5th against the Carolina Kittens and December 15th versus the Pittsburgh 10-7s. We hope to see you there.